Welcome, my beautiful misfits, to a journey through Hollywood's most baffling casting decisions. Today, we're exploring the most shocking and controversial choices. Moments when studios gambled and left fans stunned. From performances that missed the mark to roles that never should have been, we peel back the curtain on Hollywood's most head-scratching choices. Which casting choices left you gasping or groaning? Drop your picks in the comments and let's dissect the most jaw-dropping misfires together. Let's begin with a performance so polarizing, it split fandoms down the middle. Few characters in pop culture inspire as much passion, debate, and expectation as the Joker. When Jared Leto was cast in Suicide Squad, the announcement sent shockwaves through the comic book community and beyond. Would he live up to the legacy of those who came before, or chart a new, controversial path? Jared Leto's Joker in Suicide Squad was hyped to the max, with wild method acting stories making headlines. Reports of bizarre gifts to castmates and Leto's total immersion in the role only fueled the anticipation. The marketing machine promised a Joker unlike any we'd seen before, dangerous, unpredictable, and deeply unsettling. But on screen we got neon tattoos, silver grills, and a bravado that left fans either mesmerized or mortified. Leto's Joker was a radical departure from the classic look, trading in purple suits for street gang flash and a manic, unpredictable energy. Some viewers were captivated by this bold reinvention, while others found it jarring and off-putting. Some saw a bold, chaotic take, others called it a garish misfire, more hot topic than homicidal genius. The internet exploded with memes, think pieces, and heated arguments. Was this Joker a misunderstood visionary or simply a miscalculation? The debate spilled from comic shops to social media, with every fan staking their claim. Critics panned the performance as empty and self-aware, while fans waged digital war over his place in the DC universe. Some reviewers called Leto's Joker a caricature, lacking the depth and menace of his predecessors. Others argued he was never given a fair shot, lost in the noise of a crowded ensemble cast in a film struggling to find its tone. The real tragedy? Leto's Joker barely appeared, making the hype feel hollow and the controversy sharper. Audiences expecting a central villain were left with fleeting glimpses, and many wondered what could have been if more of his performance had made the final cut. The sense of missed opportunity only deepened the divide. Was it the editing, the direction, or just the wrong actor? The debate rages on, fueled by rumors of deleted scenes and studio interference. Some insiders claim Leto's best moments were left on the cutting room floor, while others believe the character was doomed from the start. The truth remains elusive, adding to the legend. One thing's for sure, this casting choice will haunt Hollywood lore for years to come. Whether you loved it, hated it, or just can't stop talking about it, Jared Leto's Joker stands as a testament to the risks and rewards of reimagining an icon. The conversation isn't over, and maybe it never will be. Now let's turn to a saga, where family drama spilled from the screen into real life. Sofia Coppola stepped into the role of Mary Corleone, directed by her own father, Francis Ford Coppola. The reaction was instant. Fans and critics cried nepotism, calling her performance wooden and emotionless. The infamous dad death scene became meme-worthy, overshadowing the film's epic story. Was all the blame fair? Sofia was thrust into the spotlight after Winona Ryder dropped out last minute. Still, this casting remains a cautionary tale about mixing bloodlines and business. When you think of Lex Luthor, you probably picture a classic villain, bald, brilliant, and utterly menacing. For decades, comic books and animated series have painted Luthor as Superman's intellectual equal, a master manipulator with a chilling presence. He's the kind of antagonist who commands a room with a single glare, whose every word drips with calculated malice. Now imagine Jesse Eisenberg stepping into those iconic shoes. Eisenberg, an actor celebrated for his fast-talking, anxious, and often neurotic characters, was a surprising choice. Audiences knew him from roles where he played the awkward genius or the socially uncomfortable outsider, not the cold, ruthless mastermind. When the casting was announced, fans were stunned. Social media exploded with debates and memes as people struggled to reconcile the image of a calculating supervillain with Eisenberg's signature nervous energy. Instead of the calm, collected Luthor they expected, viewers were met with a stammering, eccentric figure whose unpredictability felt more unsettling than intimidating. Eisenberg's take on Luthor was less criminal mastermind and more rogue tech mogul. Think Silicon Valley disruptor with a sinister twist. He brought a manic, almost youthful energy to the role, channeling the spirit of a modern billionaire obsessed with power and innovation, rather than the traditional methodical villain. Critics and fans alike drew comparisons to other eccentric villains, like the Riddler, and even to real-life tech CEOs. Many felt that Eisenberg's Luthor lacked the gravitas and intimidation factor that made the character so iconic. The performance was bold, but for some, it missed the mark, leaving audiences divided. This unexpected portrayal threw the film's tone off balance. Some moviegoers left theaters disappointed, feeling that the villain's presence was overshadowed by quirks rather than true menace. Online, fans voiced their frustration, debating what could have been if a more traditional Luthor had taken center stage. The casting choice quickly became one of the film's most talked-about controversies. Arguments raged across social media and in fan forums, with some defending the bold risk, and others lamenting the loss of a classic villain. The debate often overshadowed even the film's most epic superhero battles. Years later, Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor remains a divisive figure in superhero cinema. His performance stands as a reminder that not every creative risk pays off, but it also sparks ongoing conversation about what makes a great villain, and how far filmmakers should go in reimagining iconic characters. Russell Crowe, celebrated for his intense and commanding screen presence, has delivered unforgettable performances in films like Gladiator and A Beautiful Mind. So when he was cast as Inspector Javert in the 2012 film adaptation of Les Miserables, many were intrigued by the boldness of the choice. Crowe's reputation as a dramatic powerhouse seemed to promise a fresh, compelling take on the relentless lawman. Fans and critics alike wondered if his gravitas would translate to the world of musical theater, a genre that demands not just acting chops, but vocal prowess as well. But as soon as Crowe began to sing, it became apparent that not all was in harmony. The transition from spoken drama to sung-through musical proved more challenging than anticipated. His voice, while earnest, lacked the strength and nuance required for the role, and the contrast with his co-stars was immediately noticeable. Javert is a character who demands not only vocal power but also a deep emotional resonance. The songs are intense, filled with inner conflict and moral struggle. Unfortunately, Crowe's singing voice often sounded strained and uncertain, making it difficult for audiences to connect with his character's turmoil. The emotional weight of Javert's journey was lost in translation, and the musical's most dramatic moments fell flat. Critics and fans were quick to notice, calling his performance flat and lifeless, especially when compared to the powerful vocals of his co-stars like Hugh Jackman and Anne Hathaway. Reviews highlighted the mismatch between Crowe's acting ability and his musical limitations, and the disappointment was echoed across the theater community. Social media erupted with memes and jokes, poking fun at Crowe's singing. Musical theater purists were especially vocal, decrying the decision to cast a non-singer in such a pivotal role. Online forums and comment sections buzzed with debate, as some defended Crowe's effort while others lamented what they saw as a missed opportunity for a more suitable performer. Crowe himself defended his interpretation, explaining that he approached Javert from an actor's perspective, focusing on the character's psychology rather than vocal perfection. While some appreciated his commitment, for many viewers, the disconnect between his acting and singing was simply too great to overlook. This high-profile misfire serves as a reminder that even the biggest stars can falter when stepping outside their comfort zones. Star power alone can't carry a musical, especially one as beloved and vocally demanding as Les Miserables. Ultimately, the demands of a role, especially in musical theater, must outweigh the allure of a big name. Casting should always prioritize the unique skills required, ensuring that every element from acting to singing is in perfect harmony. The Bond franchise is known for glamour, but sometimes it stretches credibility too far. Enter Denise Richards as Dr. Christmas Jones, a nuclear physicist with model looks and a beach-ready wardrobe. Audiences struggled to suspend disbelief, calling her performance implausible and wooden. The infamous "I thought Christmas only comes once a year" quip became a punchline for the ages. For many, it was a low point in Bond history, a glaring example of style over substance. Even Bond can't save the day when casting misses the mark. When Topher Grace, best known as Eric Foreman, was cast as Venom in Spider-Man 3, fans were baffled. Venom is supposed to be imposing and menacing. Grace's boy-next-door charm didn't fit. His portrayal lacked menace, reducing Venom to a snarky, insecure rival. Critics and fans lamented what could have been with a more fitting actor. The film's overstuffed narrative left little room for character development, and Venom's reputation suffered. Even Grace has joked about his ill-fated turn, acknowledging some roles just don't fit. Tom Hardy's Venom has since redeemed the character, but Grace's misadventure lingers as a warning. A galaxy far, far away became the setting for one of sci-fi's most heated casting debates. Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker faced astronomical pressure. He was to become Darth Vader. His performance drew mixed reactions. Some praised his intensity, others found him stiff and unconvincing. Awkward dialogue didn't help, and fan forums lit up with criticism. Yet, in a twist, Christensen's portrayal has found new appreciation with younger fans. Still, his casting remains a symbol of missed opportunity in a legendary franchise. Sometimes, a casting decision is so egregious it becomes a cautionary tale for generations. In 1956, John Wayne was cast as Genghis Khan in The Conqueror, a blend of whitewashing and cultural insensitivity. Wayne's cowboy swagger and heavy makeup were a bizarre mismatch for the legendary warlord. The film became a symbol of Hollywood's troubled history with representation. Casting isn't just about star power, it's about respect, responsibility, and getting it right. Fast forward to the 21st century, and Hollywood's casting controversies continue. Emma Stone was cast as Allison Eng, a character described as part Chinese and Hawaiian in Aloha. The backlash was swift, sparking debates about representation and diversity. Both Stone and director Cameron Crowe publicly apologized, acknowledging the hurt caused. Aloha stands as a modern cautionary tale about the importance of authentic casting. Let's close with a casting decision that left book fans shaking their heads. Jack Reacher is described as a hulking figure. Tom Cruise, though charismatic, didn't fit the physical mold. Fans immediately cried foul, arguing Cruise couldn't capture Reacher's imposing presence. The disconnect was so pronounced that Amazon's TV adaptation cast a more fitting actor. Sometimes even a superstar can't fill the shoes of a literary giant. Thank you, my fellow cinephiles, for joining me on this wild ride through Hollywood's most infamous casting misfires.